Do you believe in magic? Do you believe and know that you're living in luxury? This is one of those messages that I was sitting on for a while before I decided to actually record it, because I know God gave me the word, but for whatever reason, when He gave it to me, I just knew it wasn't full and complete yet. And I move when God tells me to move. So I was like, okay, like I'm just going to sit with it. I'm not going to record it. So it's been a few days. And this morning, I just kept hearing, do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in laws that defy logic? And if you do, you're in the perfect place. If you're new here, my name is Ty, the Manifestation Goddess. I'm an energy alchemist, spiritual oracle, manifestation mentor. I'm here to help you elevate your reality, embody wealth. Welcome to Lucid Luxury. If you don't know what Lucid Luxury is, go watch the previous videos because I break it down. Well, welcome to your version of the kingdom of heaven. I'm so grateful to have you here. I'm so grateful that you answered the call, and we just bask in gratitude here and basking in our version of the kingdom of heaven. But let's get into it, because when I first got the message, it was about identity. We always talk about shifting our identity, new identity. But when I heard it this time, it was new identity, now identity. There is no new identity when you've already decided to make the shift. You are in your now identity. And that means, how are you moving now? Not how are you moving now that you're in this new identity. You already claimed it. The new is in the past. The moment you claimed your new identity, it became your now identity. The new is in the past, and we're only living now because time doesn't exist. So the moment you made a decision, it became your instant reality. So the word was, how are you living in your now identity? Because your new identity equals your now identity. So how are you living in your now identity? And when I was sitting on that message for a while, I instantly heard the, do you believe in magic? Do you believe in this lucid luxury energy? And I say this because sometimes we think that it takes time to truly embrace our newness, our nowness. And it is the moment you made the decision to shift. So if you're here, you made a decision to shift in wealth. And if you don't know what the wealth is the embodiment. Make sure you go get the free gift, the 4 pillars of wealth. The link is in the description, because I want you to embody your wealth identity. And your wealth identity is now. So let's take it back to creation mode. Y'all know we love playing. I want to bask in this playful energy. So I know we love playing. And if we're going into creation mode, think about it as The Sims again. We know we love the Sims reference. So I haven't forgot it, y'all. I'm still rocking with the Sims reference. So we're in creation mode. We're in the mirror, and we selected our new traits, our new identity, how we now want to show up in the 3D. But remember, there is no lapse. So once you go back into live gameplay mode, you are now playing as the new sim, as those new traits that you selected. You're playing it now. So this is why I say new identity equals now identity, because there is no lapse. The moment you made the decision, you have taken on that identity. The difference is, it's up to you to move that way. So once you selected these new traits, you selected how you want to show up, you selected your wealth identity, your healthiest, greatest, wealthiest timeline, I want you to move in the 3D as such. I talk about this probably in every single video because it is so important. It is so potent. Once you've made the decision on the identity that you are choosing to live out in the 3D, it is important for subconscious reprogramming, for your internal to truly shift, to break the pattern, break the loop. So once you've made those decisions, now that you're playing in the 3D, I need you to move as the person who has made those decisions. I don't want you to wait. Do not wait like, oh, I made the decision, I've shifted, I'm this new person, I'm now taking on this new identity in the now, and I'm going to wait for the 3D to show up and tell me I can, and give me the permission to show up differently. No. I say it every single time. You do not wait for the 3D to give you permission to show up or embody who you've already made the decision to be. I'm going to say that again. You do not wait for the 3D to give you permission to show up as the version of you that you've already decided to be, as the version of you that you've already selected in creation mode. You now show up as that person. And it's going to take practice because you have to break the loop. If you want to reprogram your subconscious mind, if you want to do this mirror work, you're going to have to actually do this mirror work. And it's the most natural thing for you, because what you're doing is simply showing up as the version of you that you've already decided to be, which means you're making new selections as the version of you that you've already decided to be. And if it comes with selecting a new wardrobe, going to new places, thinking new thoughts, watching different YouTube videos, reading different books, whatever that version of you that you've already decided to be, that you've already selected, that is how you need to be showing up in your 3D. And again, the 3D is simply a reflection. It goes back to the mirror. You're in the mirror, you made those selections. So the 3D is simply now that reflection that you've made in the 4D, so that you made in the mirror, that you made in the quantum. The 3D is simply literally reflecting that. And if you think about it as the Sims, it's literally a mirror. It's like, I swear God laid this out in the most simplest way, but somehow it goes over our heads. It's like when you operate on super easy mode, it's like all of these metaphors truly just start showing up for you. And it's like, oh, well, I love to play The Sims. Oh, I'm in the mirror changing my identity. Like now the 3D is reflecting the selections I've made in the mirror. It's literally that simple. The 3D is a reflection of who you're being. But keeping it real, the 3D may have some lag time. And I say this because you've made these selections. You're now showing up. You now have to allow the 3D to meet you there. It does have some lag time, but your job is to continue to show up regardless. And I want y'all to do this in the most playful, magical, mystical, whimsical way. Again, I asked you at the beginning of this video, do you believe in magic? And if you believe in magic, that means you believe in the impossible. That means you believe in God, which means you are ignoring the 3D, ignoring these circumstances. And I say this because it's not saying that the 3D don't get to us. That would be a lie. Everyone has their moments in the 3D, but it's really in spite of that. When I say ignoring the 3D, I mean in spite of what the 3D is showing you, you are still choosing to embody. You are still choosing to show up as the version of you that made these selections regardless, in the face of circumstances, in the face of doubt. You are still choosing to show up as the version of you, as the now version of you. You can say the new version. I'm going to say the now version of you, because this is who we are being now. So in my videos moving forward, when I refer to the now version of you, you now know what I'm referring to. I'm referring to the new version of you that you selected to be, but I want to use now because y'all know, for me, words or language, like all of these things tend to imprint in our mind. And if we say now version, that reminds you to show up as the now version of you. And that is what it's all about. If we are living in our version of the kingdom of heaven, we are showing up in that version now, because I want all of y'all to get this game. I want all of y'all to truly experience your version of the kingdom of heaven. And this is what I love. That's probably one of my favorite Bible verses, is seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. Because truly, when you are in your kingdom, your version of the kingdom of heaven, we all know that that is an internal state. The 3D reflects who you are being. The 3D is going to reflect that internal state. The 3D is going to reflect your kingdom of heaven. But again, we believe in magic here. So I don't want y'all to approach this with a sense of logic, like step 1, step 2, step 3. Like all of these things have to happen. If you believe in magic, and if you're here and you've watched my past videos, we've already done all of this. We've already done the inner work. We've already made those shifts. If you watch the latest live, I talked about how now we are reaping what we sow in the physical. We've already made those internal shifts. We've already done our mirror work. We've already done the shadow work. It is now time for us to bask in the physical manifestations of the work that we've already done. And it is a natural progression. That's why I say things tend to be natural, and it's not a step 1, step 2, step 3. Because honestly, it tends to be a natural progression, like who you're being, who you're showing up as, you doing the work. All of these things tend to happen naturally in the most whimsical, magical way possible for the state and for the person you are being. I pray and know that that makes sense. So when I say natural, when I say take action, when I say work, all of these things are natural next steps. None of it is force. All of it is alignment. And when you are in alignment, what you're doing, if you want to look at it as step 1, step 2, step 3, what you're doing naturally are those natural next steps. It's not going to be forced. You're going to flow into things. So for me, sitting on this message and not putting it out immediately when I got it, I don't know, days ago, a week ago, is because that wasn't the natural next step for me. For me, doing this now is the natural next step. And I want y'all to really be in the flow. If you are here, if you are in Lucid Luxury, you have the luxury of experiencing your reality in full presence and wholeness and completeness. I want you to truly bask in that energy and appreciate the alignment. I feel like when you're in this flow, in this kingdom, in this frequency, in this energy, your spirit of discernment tends to be really high. It gives that high priestess energy where your intuition is like on a 1,000, because you instantly will follow your guidance. Truly, like if your no means no's and your yeses mean yeses, like what you tend to feel and hear and is revealed to you in meditation, you tend to follow that immediately. That's the point where I'm at, where I don't question it, because God's logic is not my logic. God is magical. God does the impossible. So I'm not moving based on my human limitation. I'm not moving based on my human brain. I'm moving based on God's guidance. And when God says something is true, that is what is true for me. And it tends to be very magical. It tends to defy my human logical brain. So I want y'all to truly bask in that energy. It's funny, I feel like this video was all over the place. The point is, I want you to accept that your new identity is your now identity. There is no lapse in time. Time does not exist. The moment you made the decision is the moment that your reality started shifting. And it's up to you to continue to persist in that new, which is your now, identity, regardless of the 3D. We can say that in spite of the 3D, regardless of the 3D, continue to show up as the version of you that you now selected to be. And remember, this goes back to we don't entertain what we don't want to experience. Again, that intuition, this high priestess energy that I mentioned, that is being a passenger princess to God. Because God is taking the lead, your intuition is at an all-time high, and you are simply enjoying the ride. So do that, bask in that, welcome. Again, I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful for your energy. I'm grateful for your love. I'm grateful that you've been on this journey with me. And if you haven't, I'm still grateful that you're here anyway. And remember the 4 pillars of wealth, that wealth identity, my gift to you is free. Get it in the description. And if you are ready to truly elevate that wealth identity, the God State Money Masterclass is 50% off this month. So get them both. Anyway, I love you guys. And as always, I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm free. Yahweh. Bye.